In retirement, there's formulas that you live by and formulas that could absolutely blow up your retirement. Do you know which ones they are? We're going to break it down today. Welcome to the show, everyone. Joe Anderson here, certified financial planner, president of Pure Financial Advisors. And of course, I'm with the big man. He's sitting right over there, Big Al Clopine.
Formulas, huh?
Formulas.
Okay, I can't wait.
You know, Albert Einstein created E equals MC squared, the theory of relativity. We're not going to get that deep, folks. We are not going to get that deep. But he did come up with the eighth wonder of the world. That's today's Financial Focus. Looking at Albert Einstein talking about compound interest, how money compounds on every dollar. So simple interest versus compound. If you look at compound interest on top of itself, right, you get a lot larger effect. This is one of the best formulas that you need to be thinking about in regards to your overall accumulation strategy in retirement. It also works as a double-edged sword. So when you start taking money out, you need to know the correct formulas from that perspective. To break things down, let's bring in Big Al.
I'm excited. Formulas today about retirement. So let's talk about investing. We'll talk about spending. How about income, creating income, allocating your assets, and then, of course, taxes. We don't want to forget taxes. So today, Joe, I guess we're going to touch on a lot of different things, sort of give high-level formulas on what to think about. Some are rules of thumb, which we don't necessarily endorse, but we'll kind of go over it all.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of information on the internet when it comes to retirement planning. Some you want to follow and some you probably want to run away from. Here's probably the best. Start early. So if you look at a couple of different examples of saving $100 a month with a 5% rate of return, someone starts at age 25 versus age 35. It almost doubles here. And we're only talking about $100 a month. So that's a few $1,000s of added savings could add almost another $100,000 at the end of the day. So starting early, the compounding effect of time is key.
So wherever you're at, start, or if you've already started, think about increasing your savings because it will make all the difference in the future.
Let's talk about rate of return in looking at dollars. So this is an interesting rule, the rule of 72. If you've never heard of this, this is a great starting point as you're putting together your overall retirement strategy. So the rule of 72 is whatever rate of return you divide it into 72 will equals the years that dollar will double. For instance, let's say you have a 7% rate of return. 7% into 72 is roughly 10. So if you have $100,000 growing at 7%, that $100,000 will become $200,000 in 10 years. So the rule of 72, the rate of return that you're anticipating or your expected rate of return into 72 is going to tell you how long that money will double.
Yeah, I like that formula, Joe. That really does give you a sense. If it's 6, it's about 12 years. If you're only getting 2% rate of return, it's going to take, about 36 years to double your money. So it's just kind of a quick guideline on the investment rate of return and how long it'll take to double. Let's say you're 47 years old and you want to work about 20 more years. You want to look at your fixed income at that point. Maybe you've got a Social Security statement. In this example, it's $55,000. Now you look at your spending. Right now it's $80,000. You want to inflate that by about 3%, just an example. That would get you to $144,000. So now we've got something to work with. $144,000 is what you want to spend in retirement. Roughly, you have about $55,000. Your shortfall is $89,000. So the shortfall means that's what you have to produce from your savings, from your 401k, from your IRAs and the like.
Yeah, this is the key number here. This is what most people need to get to understand what that number is. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's at least going to give you a target to go to.
All right, so I need to produce $89,000 of income for my expenses in this example, right? Just take that shortfall, $89,000, and times it by 25. In this example, Joe, you end up with $2.2 million.
So here's your bogey, $2.2 million. That's the nest egg amount that you would want to have at age 67 to produce this $89,000 of income from the portfolio.
So in this example, we're going to assume you have $400,000 to start with, right? You need to get to $2.2 million. Now you need a little financial calculator. We usually use a 6% rate of return to be conservative. Plug it in and it will calculate how much you need to save annually. In this example, it's about $25,000.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend, that's right.
That's the advice you got. Find a friend that has a financial calculator.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, we talked about the rule of 72. 7% into 72 is 10 years to double your money. Start early, right? The earlier that you start, the more successful that you're going to be. But it's never too late to start. And start thinking about things such as, what are you spending today? What would you like to spend in retirement? How much money do you have currently saved? What is that savings figure that you need to get to? Those are all the key components of a retirement strategy. And if you need more help from that, you know where to go. Go to yourmoneyyourwealth.com. Click on our Retirement Readiness Guide. Are you ready for retirement? We can break things down for you. yourmoneyyourwealth.com. Click on our special offer. It's our Retirement Readiness Guide. When we get back, we got more formulas to go to, more rules of thumb, if you will. Some are good, some are bad. Can't wait to show you. Show's called Your Money, Your Wealth.
Ready to take charge of your financial future? Pure Financial Advisors can help. We offer a no-cost, no-obligation financial assessment with a personalized action plan. Make informed decisions on how to get on your best path to retirement. Sign up for our free assessment online at purefinancial.com to schedule your appointment.